Hi, Kara from Karen Co Creative here. If you're new to the channel, we do both done for you and DIY websites and all manner of online business systems. Today, I have a quick Squarespace tutorial. I have a lot of potential clients and clients just wondering if they need help with their Squarespace websites because they want to know how to better customize the templates that Squarespace has. I personally think Squarespace has some nice, pretty templates, but they're not always really optimized for that ideal user flow. So I really do recommend being able to customize the templates regardless of whether or not it's an aesthetic thing. I think it's sort of necessary for a strategy standpoint. So I'm going to take you over my shoulder and show you when we start with Squarespace template, how you can really customize it and add sections. Take you over my shoulder. All right. So here I have just a very basic Squarespace template. I personally, whenever I am doing a client site, I always sort of start with a template. So what I'll do is I'll sort of scan something and make sure it has like a general vibe that I like. But I don't get too bogged down on it because the goal really is to make it your own. So pick whatever you want from the template base. And then once you're on a page like this, I'll show you how we're going to go ahead and make things your own. So I do get into all of this in greater detail in courses that I offer. So if you're wondering like nose to tail, start to finish, customizing the menu to the footer, I suggest subscribing and paying for one of those courses if you really want to go through all the details. But as a basic overview, if we're on a page, you hit edit in that top left corner. So in case that was quick, right here, edit. And then what we have is edit your site header. So if you do want to get in here and change how this looks, you would do that here. Otherwise, we see we have individual sections. And this is on a Squarespace 7.1 site. So if you go to start a site today or anytime after about, I think it was like February 2020, you're going to be started in a 7.1 site. If you have an older site on 7.0, this is not for you. But yeah, otherwise you're going to see this. And essentially, what you need to know is that anytime you hover, you get your plus signs. This is when you can add stuff in. If you want to customize the background of a section, that's going to be here in the top right of all of these sections. We have this. This will allow you to change your colors. So you can select a different color palette, make it very bright, make it dark, do this. So you can play around with those options. You can also add a hero image here or a video even. So here you can upload a file or you can also browse stock images, which is what I will do. They give you free options and then also premium images that you'll have to buy to get the high-res versions. Let's just add this. It's pretty. So give it a minute. And then here, if you add an image and then, oh, you're like, okay, this isn't working, you can actually add subtle. See, so this actually, not only did it change the text, it actually added a little bit of an overlay to the image so that it was better able to be seen. All right, so that's adding images, and you can add an image to the background of any of these sections. If now, let's say I do have a piece where I want text, but I also want to add an image, we're going to go to our plus sign, and we're going to add an image, which is probably right in front of my face. Yep, it's right here. And again, I'm going to browse the stock image. We'll find another beachy pic. My site is about beaches, apparently. And stock photography, depending on what your website is, you want to be very intentional about how you use it. So here, if I'm going to drag this along here, this is a very big image. So something that we can easily do is we can edit it. And we can do this crop sign. And it'll give us different aspect ratios. So I'm going to say 3:2, make it horizontal, save it. All right, and then here, if I want it to come alongside, you can click and hold, then you can drag it. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna look for this blue line. So that blue line means it's gonna go to the right of everything. Over here, it's gonna go to the left of everything. So here we go. All right, and so we see now it's really short in the center, and that's in the section settings. So again, if I want this to be a little bit wider, you can see here the section height is small. Content width is also small. If I go to medium, it gets a bit bigger. If this happens and I want it to be centered, I can easily do this, add a spacer, or my other option is to change this image into an image card. And now see if I copy and paste this here. I don't want that. Is that right aligned? And then all I have to do is delete this and delete this. And now you'll see the text is in line with the image. I do have a separate video all about how to use Squarespace images, so you can check that out. But essentially, as you go through, all you need to do is add these elements with the plus signs, and you can customize the background. So say I don't need the section to have a background image, I can go in here and remove that image. Just keep in mind, I work primarily with one-on-one service providers. There is a general flow to a website. So typically we have this top third really needs to grab their attention and tell them what the site is about. This should further enforce what the site is about. Then typically you want to introduce yourself. So you want to have some text, a little bio. And then you can have this sort of what we call a signpost section where they can go and see all of your various services. This is another image post, a different type of image block. This is the collage one. So again, that other video, which I'll link below, will show you how to customize this better. But again, basically, when you're using the templates, try to find something that has sort of the backbone, sort of the framework of what you're looking for, and then go through and customize it. As you add new pages, you have the option of, so let's say I'm going to add a new page. Keep in mind what you're going to be using that page for, because here Squarespace gives you some options. Page layouts. So here we can go select different page layouts that get you started in the direction of where you want to customize from. So this gives you something that you can work from. So say I know I'm going to have a section where I want to display 3 things. I might choose this page. And then again, we select the page and then go through and use those plus signs to add and modify content. Again, if you want the full shebang, how to customize the colors, the fonts, change the colors and fonts in specific color palette sections, all of that, I do have a Squarespace 7.1 course. I also, depending on when you're watching this, have a live 3-week bootcamp that features brand strategy, copywriting guidance, and DIY Squarespace design, and that has a live Q&A component each week. So if that's available to you, it'll be in the links below. But hopefully this serves in just showing you how to go about the basics of customizing your Squarespace page. As always, if this was helpful, feel free to give it a like and to subscribe to the channel. All right, thank you.